The biggest platform in Ghana and both in Africa as a whole. We are the biggest. We keep learning. We keep revealing. It's another episode of Revelations. I welcome you once again. And my name is Maame Grace. If you just join us, Lucy Bibia, Fakra na Mebabe introduce me guest. On this platform, we talk everything religion. We talk everything spiritual, everything. We feel say we talk about it here. We keep learning. I welcome you again, and I'm introducing my guest now. If you just join us, he's Islamic scholar, and he's Mr. Hussein Abubakar Kamakti. I don't know if I've gotten the name right.
Yes,
Mr. Abubakar,
right.
You are welcome.
Thank you very much.
Revelations.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Here, I want you to tell us about Islamic religion. I want you to introduce us. Catch Islamic religion, they are more believing in, they are more behaviors, and baby are more believing some more endings. Everything about Islamic religion. I want you to educate us.
Thank you very much. And once again, I want to also use this opportunity to greet your cherished viewers. Islamic religion is as old as anything else one can think of, right from the first generation up to date. And it has never come to bear, clearly to be separated and then to be practiced in a particular way until the emergence of the Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. And then we believed that before his emergence as the last and the seal of the prophets, other prophets came before him, and they all came to preach about Islam. And what is Islam? Islam is to believe in the oneness of God, or Allah in Arabic, and live with people in peace. That is all about, Islam. On the other hand, when you look at the beliefs and the practices of Islam as compared to other divine religions, much is binding us than separating us. Before the emergence of Islam, we had religions like Judaism, Christianity, and almost all of them were preaching about the oneness of God. And God, who is a supreme being, who has created human beings, and then who has commanded and directed that he should be worshipped. He alone should be worshipped, and nothing should be associated to him. The same way in Christianity, before the emergence of Islam, we believed that in Islam, speaking under the background of Islam, that Prophet Isa, alayhi salatu wassalam, that is why when you mention Jesus Christ, every Muslim will say, alayhi salatu wassalam. And the meaning is, may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. Why do we say this? We say this because he brought to mankind a divine message, a message that serves as a source of guidance for mankind or to mankind. And he taught mankind what he has gotten from his Lord. Do this and do that. By so doing, you will eventually gain salvation from your Lord. Maybe that is after the the physical world. When you join the spiritual world, this is going to be your position before your Lord. Yeah. So before the emergence of Prophet of Islam, in the Holy Quran, there are numerous verses that I would have related them to the Holy Quran in a way, but because of the time constraints, even when Jesus Christ was living, speaking under the background of Islam, he told his disciples that somebody will come, and that fellow is going to be the seal of all the prophets, and he will fulfill whatever Jesus did not fulfill or could not fulfill before he was raised up to his Lord. And then we also believe that, I say we, I speak under the background of Islam, that Jesus Christ, he was raised to his Lord, but he will be coming back at the end time to establish that, okay, whatever I said before I was lifted up, I am coming to testify the truth nature of the one I said he will come and then fulfill my mission that I left on the way. Is it a problem?
Yes, Mr. Hussein, yes. I understand this perfectly. I read a bit.
Yeah.
I read Quran. I am reading, I'm learning.
Okay.
And I know that the Quran mentioned Jesus like 25 times in the Quran. And then it testified that even we Christians, we believe that he died and rose.
Yeah.
But the Quran even emphasize on Christianity, Jesus, even the more that oye akwala no work Cradle ni munukura na okasa prophecy tene Maame Mary. And I know Quran has a whole chapter for Mary. Mention the name full. But I think she's the only woman or book Quran. Na other women omu munukura po omu relate omu to other issues, but Mary has a whole book in Quran. Jesus name Maame. I mean, I know you people identify Jesus, but I want to ask this: the Allah that Islamic people worship and the God that Christians worship, are they the same? I'm asking this because you said Jesus spoke about Muhammad. And the last day you come, means you people believe in Jesus. Again, when you people pray and you call the prophet, you call him as well. So I want to know, the God that you people say, are the Allah and the God of Christians, are they the same God?
In fact, it's a very good question that you have just asked. You know, it has to do with language. In your language, I don't know, pardon me, I don't know whether you are an Akan or you are an Akan. You say Nyami. If you say Nyami and I say God,
the same thing.
The same thing. And when we want to Arabize it, we say Allah. And then when we say Allah, is the same God.
That is in Arabic.
In Arabic. And then the Hausa people will say Ubangiji. And my people will say Ebore. The Ewe people will say
Mau.
Mau. It's the same. But it just has to do with what? The language.
Language barrier.
Language, exactly. So when we say God, that is why sometimes we relate it, we say God, for everybody to be aware that we are referring to who? Allah. Only one God. And if you are a Muslim and you don't believe in prophethood of Jesus Christ, that is Isa ibn al-Maryam, Quran addresses Jesus, the son of Mary, because there was a lot of controversial issues surrounding the birth and the mission of Jesus Christ. And that is why in the Holy Quran, it is being specified that Jesus, the son of Mary.
Just like I said.
Exactly. So the Allah Almighty, and then with his own wisdom, wouldn't want somebody to relate to Jesus as a divine being. Have you seen the problem? So that is why they relate to him, Jesus, the son of Mary.
And they also call him a prophet.
A prophet. And that is the position of Islam. Islam does not subscribe to somebody saying that Jesus Christ is God. And then Jesus Christ himself, according to the Holy Quran, there is a chapter, but because of our time, it's a very long chapter. Yeah, he himself didn't say that he is God. Neither he is the Son of God, speaking under the background of Islam. And then, I sometimes having some conversation or some dialogue with some of our Christian brothers, there are certain, Bible quotations that also attested to the fact that Jesus Christ is never God, but he is a prophet of God. And majority also classify him as the Son of God, but they have their own word interpretation. And concerning Jesus Christ being mentioned, and then the whole chapter was dedicated to who? Mary. The reason is that Mary prayed to God, and she was a very renowned, servant of God. When she prayed to God, the final prayer was that God should give her a son or a child without a man touching her. And among the women, speaking under the background of Islam, Mary stands out from other women in this world based on her
having
activity.
A child without a
man. And Mary was the only woman who ate food right from heaven when Zechariah visited her in a sacred mosque where she was cleaning the place, maintaining the place, observing her prayers. And then all of a sudden, Zechariah realized that Mary is eating a food. Where from this food? And then Mary answered, it's from God. So that is the recognition Islam gave to Mary. And she was modest and chaste. So because of that, she prayed to God. And when she conceived, and at a time of, women will say labor, when she was in labor, she was faced with the pangs of what? Birth. So at that time, a woman is expecting that a baby will have to drop. Then she had that pain in her, and then she heard a voice that she should hold a date. There was a date tree because she retired from her people, and then we call it seclusion. She went out away from her people. She wasn't with her people when she was about to give birth. So who would have been there to help her? Then when she heard the voice, Mary, hold the tree, shake the tree, and then the dates, some of them will fall on you, and then some dew will also do what? Fall on you, and that will give you that comfort for Jesus Christ to come out. And then Islam believed that the birth of Jesus Christ, they have the miraculous nature of the birth of Jesus Christ, which is not even captured in the Bible. So when Jesus Christ was born, then the mother said, now what am I going to tell my people? Because they know that my mother and my father are noble people, and they are people who are highly respected in the community, and they never knew me to be, a prostitute, or to be somebody who is a wayward person. And when they ask me about this child, what answer will I give? Then angels appeared before Mary. Before even I even skipped somewhere. Before
the delivery,
the angels came. And then they even informed her. So when the angels were coming, Mary was saying that, oh Lord, save me from these people, because she wasn't expecting men to even come closer to her. And then the angels answered that, oh no, we are coming to give you a glad tidings, or a good tidings about the
Lord.
What you are carrying is a sign of God in you.
Oh, okay.
You are going to give birth to a sign of God. We call it Ayah. It is Allah who, who created something like that through his words, his ruh, spirit in you. He blew his spirit in you, and then you are going to give birth to somebody who will be one of the renowned prophets of God. Then Mary was comfortable to have heard this. After the giving birth to Jesus Christ, now the challenge was that what am I going to tell my people about Jesus Christ? Who slept with me? How did I come by this?
Who will believe me?
Who will believe me? No woman will just give birth and then tell us that no man slept with her. I mean, it is beyond imagination. Minds cannot fathom this. So, when Jesus Christ spoke, that was the first miracle. Jesus Christ spoke. Speaking under the background of Islam, that permit me to just relate this to the Holy Quran. Inni Abdullah. Mama, when we go, point at me. Just point at me.
That is when the Bible is saying, the Quran is saying he spoke in a cradle.
Mama, just point at me. Don't worry explaining anything to them. That was the first miracle of Jesus Christ. Just point at me, and they will hear what will even be what they've never heard in this world. When Mary pointed at, when Mary was approaching her people, oh Mary, we know that your mother was a chaste and then a noble woman, your father was like this and like that, and then you, Mary, what kind of, immoral act have you brought to yourself? Saying this, where from this child? Then Mary pointed at Jesus Christ when he was in the cradle. Then Jesus Christ said, Inni Abdullah. I am the servant of God. And these sayings of Jesus Christ, according to the Holy Quran, those days the whole world, everybody heard it, but you wouldn't know where was this voice coming from. It shook everybody. Inni Abdullah, I am the servant of Allah. Atani al-kitaba. He gave me a book. Waja'alani nabiyyan. Then he made me a prophet. So among the prophets, Jesus Christ was even a baby when he was given the prophethood. وَجَعَلَنِي مُبَارَكًا. Then he made me a blessed one. أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ, wherever I will go. وَأَوْصَانِي بِالصَّلَاةِ. Then he admonished me with prayer, was zakat and charity. وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيَّ يَوْمَ وُلِدْتُ. Peace be unto me the day I was born. وَيَوْمَ أَمُوتُ. And peace be unto me the day I shall die. وَيَوْمَ يُبْعَثُ حَيًّا. And the day I will be resurrected. ذَلِكَ قَوْلُ إِيسَى إِبْنُ الْمَرْيَمِ. Those were the words that this Jesus, son of Mary, related to his people. Then everybody retired boko.
According to Quran,
boko to his what? Abode or his wherever. So now, could you have accused Mary? This is a miracle that you will be. In fact, your lips will be even dried to even say something again, because you can't imagine a baby speaking in a cradle. And this miracle, the Muslims are even saying that it has not even been captured in the Bible. And you know the reason according to some Muslims, because Bible had been tempered with so many people, it becomes difficult for people to even get the original copy of the Bible, which maybe could have captured a miracle like this. And secondly, he came at the time, though we are speaking under the background of Islam, and you related this question to the relationship between Muslims and so the time he came, magicians were all over, soothsayers were all over, so it misled a lot of people, and then they were forgetting who God was. Then Jesus Christ, when he emerged as a child, as a this and that, these soothsayers and these magicians, they knew about the coming of somebody like that, who is a Messiah, and then who is coming to prove them wrong. So they were now searching to see who could have been that, and then we could have finished that figure before he springs up. And then God, with his own wisdom, a lot of things happen up to the time Jesus Christ started what? Preaching, going from one place to another place. But he was, specifically sent to the Jewish community who were so stubborn, excuse me my language, by then, who were ungrateful to their Lord by then, who did not even accept him as a Messiah, who even plotted to kill him. But in Islam, we never believed that they were able to do what?
Kill him.
Kill him. But the one who was trying to betray Jesus, Allah Almighty gave the
image, looking like him.
Exactly.
I have read it in the Quran.
Is it a problem? Because Jesus Christ was not coming. It's a long, so let's just put it that way. So much is binding us. Why am I saying this? If you are a Muslim and you don't subscribe to the belief that Jesus Christ is one of the prophets of Allah, it means you cease to be what? A Muslim.
Wow.
You cease to be a Muslim, and I dare every Muslim to come out to tell me that what I am saying is not there, or
it's not in the Quran.
Yeah. And then let me just give you the verse. Maybe others are watching us to also have this.
Very necessary.
Yes. The last verse of the Quran chapter 2 is telling us that آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربهم. We have the firm belief in all the prophets of Allah and what has been revealed to them. Kullun amana billah. Each and every one of us believe in Allah, that is God. Kullun amana billah wa malaikatihi, and his angels. He created his angels. Wa rasulihi, and his prophets. La nufarriqu bayna ahadin min rusulihi. We do not discriminate against any of his prophets. And then they said, yes, we have accepted, and then we have followed all that they have brought. Is it a problem? We do not discriminate against any of the prophets. So if a Muslim will stand somewhere to say that Jesus Christ is never a prophet of God, or you rain insults on Jesus Christ, or you disbelieve in Jesus Christ as a prophet of what? God. It means you cease to become what? A Muslim.
Wow. You are watching Revelations. Don't tell me this is not educative. You see, I tell you, let's keep learning. Let's stop discriminating. Their Quran, for Jesus, somebody. And I'm from Muslims, and I'm from Muslims, and then they are very beautiful story. And I am happy hearing this.
Yeah.
I
so
very happy.
Along the line, where we tend to have problems is that because of the miraculous nature of Jesus Christ, Allah has given him the power to heal the lepers, to raise the dead body like Lazarus. Even in the Bible, he said that I did this by the power of who? The God who created me, not by my own will. Now, if I invested powers in you to go and do something, you are referring to me. Your reference point is who? Me. Is it a problem? So, if you basically say that because of his miraculous nature, he is God, then
so,
you
Mr.
are
Hussein,
going wayward.
Mr. Hussein, do
Yes.
you place Muhammad also as a prophet?
Yes. Muhammad is a prophet and the messenger of God. You know,
like Jesus.
Just like Jesus. You know, the most important thing human being has to understand here is that all the prophets sent down to mankind, they are the ambassadors of God. They are coming to tell us who God is. And all of them have their messages. And none of them said he is a God. All of them will tell you that they are but the plain warners. They are the divine message carriers.
Okay.
You see the problem?
You.
So others will tell you that Jesus Christ raised the dead body. Jesus Christ was able to turn wine into this. Jesus Christ was so therefore he is God.
What is making me happy
Yeah.
now is that people are now knowing that Islamic just believe in Jesus as a son of God and also a prophet. So we will continue this message, same message next week, God willing. But I want you to tell Muslims something. Tell them something.
Yes.
Your last words.
My fellow Muslim brothers and sisters, the Holy Prophet of Islam has never encouraged any violence. Neither has he ever encouraged any immoral activity. Make sure that you live an exemplary life like he has ordered you to do. And remember, everybody will be held responsible for your action. If you go contrary to what he is saying and Allah is saying, to do what is going to dent the image of Islam, make sure that you are the one who is going to be held responsible on the day of judgment. And secondly, do not think that the people of the book, that is the Jews and then the Christians, they are our enemies. Because some of them, before the emergence of the Holy Prophet of Islam, they subscribe to oneness of God and they follow the teachings of Jesus Christ as was ordained by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the merciful God. So if you see a Christian as your enemy and then you mistakenly even think that Jesus Christ is not a prophet of God, know that you are not a Muslim. You can only disagree when somebody says that he is God, Jesus
but not
Christ,
a prophet.
but not a prophet. That one you reserve the right to disagree according to the Holy Quran and then according to the traditions of the Holy Prophet of Islam. And there are some immoral activities that people have subscribed to, calling themselves Muslims. Islam is far away from the individual activity, individual character. For instance, you go and snatch somebody's bag. For how many reasons? You are called Muhammad, and the next minute you are in the mosque praying. What kind of prayer is that? Is your prophet or the Quran telling you
to do what
you are doing? No, Islam is beyond that. And be patient and be peaceful with your people. If time will even permit me, I'll just chip in something about the Holy Prophet Muhammad. Maybe they didn't know about this.
Please go ahead.
Once he and his companions were in the mosque, then an Arab who is a villager, just trying to provoke the Holy Prophet and then his companions. Imagine we sitting in this room. Somebody will just walk in and start to defecate and urinate. What do you think will happen? This your crewmen or your technical men. He will not even see the way to go out again. You see the problem? So when the companions, when they got up and then they wanted to pounce on him, and the Holy Prophet said, no, none of you should even touch him. Leave him.
Peace.
He has finished his issue. Let him go. Don't you have what it takes to clean the place? They said, yes, we even had more than. But go and find water. Come and clean the place.
Finish.
And make the place tidy. Let him go.
With his troubles.
And I don't think he will come back again to do that. Then this man, when he was going untouched, he stood on the way and said, so this man that they say he's a prophet, he's a what and what. I was thinking that what I did, could have generated something, unpleasant to me. But look, then he came back to the Holy Prophet and asked the Holy Prophet.
Okay, Mr. Hussein Abubakar, we will continue this same message, God willing, next week. I want you to say a prayer. Okay. A short prayer, and tell them we will continue next week. A very short prayer.
Okay, we pray to Allah Almighty.
In your language?
Yeah, in my language. I'm a Gunja, but
pray in Arabic.
Oh, in Arabic.
Yes.
ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب صلوا على النبي الكريم اللهم صل على سيدنا وفاتح العظيم وبالله التوفيق السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
We are continuing this same message tomorrow. It's such a beautiful conversations. We are still learning. This is Revelations, and my beautiful name is Maame Grace. Same time next week, Revelations will come your way. The biggest platform ever in Ghana and in Africa as a whole.